just can you talk about the point of emphasis in terms of starting strong in this game?
Yeah, that's the big thing coming in all week, especially finish the game. That's something, I don't think we did on either side of the ball. So finish was, the biggest thing coming into this game, and just carrying out our energy. We made sure we had more energy in them. That was big emphasis this week to make sure we came out with energy first quarter to fourth quarter. So, I thought we did that very well today.
Devin, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you have a new career high in passing touchdowns. How did it feel just to kind of prove that you guys can be a passing team out there?
Yeah, I love it. Our offense is we take whatever the defense gives us, and that was what turned out to work for us today. And just to see those guys, those guys can get open. We got multiple guys, so just be able to our offense to be so dynamic, it's great.
Devin, can you kind of touch on your kind of connection with Ryan, especially going back to New Mexico to now, and how that's kind of come to be?
Yep. So my freshman year when I came in, I was actually just the way the line went. I was third quarterback up, and I was throwing with Ryan since freshman year. So just kind of that build that we've had coming into this, our trust level was really high. He's a guy that works during practice, and very much translates to the game. So he's a hard worker for sure.
And you go over 100 yards today. I mean, just what did it feel like to be able to kind of put that production out there?
It felt good. My whole family was in town, so it felt even better.
Sean, the defense did its job for most of that game. I mean, you guys had a great effort. I mean, can you kind of talk about kind of what you were able to do out there to stop what they were doing?
Yeah, Coach Witt last week said we played 3.5 quarters of great football, and we just need to finish out the fourth quarter. And so we went in with that mindset this week to finish out the game, and we did a great job at that, and we plan on to continue doing that in the future. So.
Devin, Ryan, obviously you guys were coming off a tough performance against Texas Tech. Just what were you guys, mentality heading into this week? Were you guys looking to make a statement, obviously rebound and all that stuff? Just walking.
Yeah, for sure. To use last week as fuel. Don't let a team beat you twice. That's a big mentality. Especially just in the facility, we had a 2-day rule. As soon as we go over it, on to the next game, and just to focus on our next opponent. We're 0-0 again going into this game, and we want to know.
Devin, was there a point to throw the ball down the field more in this game, take shots down the field at all this week?
I would say just my pocket movement. Our O-line, we got the best in the country, so they hold a lot of time for me. And instead of taking those running lanes, I was able to make a lot more plays just to sit in the pocket today. So that was a little bit of emphasis, but we play whatever the defense gives.
Ryan, what does a win like this do for you going into a bye week?
It feels great. I was on the sideline. I think it was. I heard someone say we haven't gone into a bye week in 3 years with the W. So. For practice is long and hard, and obviously going into bye week with the loss kind of stinks. So, yeah, it feels good. Obviously, we got to keep it up, stay consistent, and keep on grinding every day. But definitely feels good.
Dev, Ryan, obviously there's been a lot of talk of getting explosive plays. You guys had a lot of those today. Just what was clicking that kind of finally allowed for those explosive downfield passing plays to be opened up this game?
Yeah, I think that's just some natural football, just going by the weeks. I feel like we're a family going into this already, and just the timing of everything. But game situations are a little different, a little higher energy and things like that. So when that just tends to just flow a little bit better, being in week 4 now, so or week 5. So it just started clicking on all cylinders.
Last week, the defense, I think Kyle said there's 23 missed tackles. What was kind of the emphasis going into this game, and kind of how would you kind of grade your performance?
So just go back to the basics. I mean, we know what we're supposed to do. Now it's just about executing it, and we got the guys and the talent level to be able to execute it. So we just kind of went back to the basics this week and really honed in on what our job is and doing that play in, play out. And I thought we did a great job with it. Obviously, the score was definitely in our favor this week. Shout out the offense for handling business, and we handled business on the defensive side of the ball. And it was just a great team win. It was a great bounce back win, and man, it just felt good.
To follow up on that, John Henry, with the offense, with the way that they performed, how did that benefit you guys, particularly in the second half?
I mean, it's great. They're keeping us on the bench. It's a good and bad thing. We want to be out there making plays, but it's fantastic seeing our teammates go out there and ball out as well. So keeping us fresh and keeping us energized, and we can go out there and attack the offense every single time we're out there.
Time for 1 or 2 more. We good? All right, thanks, guys.
Ready to roll?
Okay. All right, proud of our team for the response from last week. Tough loss last week, disappointing loss, and talked about not letting that be a detractor for this week and being able to flush it and move on and not have a hangover, so to speak. And I think they did exactly just that. They were able to prepare for West Virginia. Great attitude all week long, focus, concentration. And also another challenge was to finish the game the right way and play the full 60 minutes. And I think we got both those. We responded well from last week and we finished the game this week. A lot of really good performances. Individually, Devin was very sharp tonight or this afternoon. Offensive line I thought was really good. We were very balanced. We over 500 yards offense and 200 plus rushing, 200 plus throwing. So a lot of good stuff going on there. And when we're running the ball like we're capable of, that's when things open up for us. And so that was, not to talk about last week again, but that was our problem last week. Couldn't run the football, and so everything else was very difficult. But defense had a really good effort. Kept them to, I believe, under 300 yards, and really did some good things. Still need to work on our tackling. That's still not as sharp or as crisp as it needs to be, but that is a work in progress. I don't think we took them all away tonight, this afternoon, but so we were -1 on the turnover, but did enough really good things other than that to really have control of the game from really start to finish. And so didn't punt one time. Good to see our kicker, our place kicker, make a couple kicks. He nailed them and looked very confident, and that's going to be important for us down the road, that he kicks with confidence. And my guess is that he'll hit a game winner for us somewhere along the way in this season. Good to see Bird Ficklin get a full quarter of play. That guy's really got a lot to him. He's got the right demeanor, the right mentality. He is, I think he's going to be a special player someday. But it was good to see him really come in and do some athletic things. Daniel Bray showed you a little bit about what he's about, and we got to find a way to integrate him more into what we're doing. He's too explosive and too fast not to, and so it's time for him to become more involved. Special teams, like I said, was solid the entire day. Not a lot going on in the kickoff game or the kickoff return game or the punt game or the punt return game. There just wasn't much special teams in this game other than opportunity to make some field goals. So, questions?
Kyle, it seemed like today there was a little bit more of an emphasis to get the passing established early. Was there an emphasis, and kind of what worked so well for you to do that?
Yeah, we know that that was something that hurt us, last week, and we needed to be able to push the ball down the field better. We did that this week. Receivers stepped up, answered the challenge. I thought we had a good scheme going in, and right dose of run and pass, play action off the run game, and tight ends were a factor again. Dallin Bentley continues to play good football for us. J.J. Buchanan had a really nice touchdown grab, that first one. The other, Ryan Davis, has been good every game. And so, the throw game really was in much higher gear this week than weeks past.
Kyle, kind of piggybacking off what you said, obviously, it seems like Ryan Davis is just continually establishing himself as wide receiver one in this offense. Has kind of leaning into him and Devin's connection allowed, I guess, more explosive plays to be opened up like they were today?
Yeah, I think so. That's fair to say. And Ryan's got a great feel for finding the open space. He's a very crafty receiver with great hands and toughness, courage. And I don't know how many he caught tonight, but what did he catch? Seven more. 7 targets, 7 catches. So can't be any better than that.
Obviously, another kind of tough injury night.
Yeah.
Do you have any updates, and how do you feel like the team kind of responded and played?
Yeah, we lost 3 or 4 guys. Reserve judgment until we get final medical evaluations. I don't want to say something now that maybe isn't accurate, and so we'll let you know in the next day or two what's going on with that, probably Monday. And then, we'll just have 3 or 4 guys that are in question. We'll give you updates on Monday.
For Devin, is it a matter of him just getting the time to throw like this week? I mean, it seems like he just had more time to roam. And
yeah, that's part of it. That is part of it. The offensive line did a really good job in their run blocking and their pass protection, and also he buys himself a lot of time, with his escapability and an ability to extend the play. And so between our offensive line being very solid and him having the pocket presence that he has, gives him extra time to find guys downfield. And he does a good job when he is on the move of keeping his eyes downfield. He doesn't necessarily just tuck and run right away. He's looking for every possible outlet that he can get the ball down the field before he goes ahead and tucks it.
With Nate Ritchie's injury, how do you feel freshman Nate Tillman stepped up in his place?
He did some good things. He did some things that he'll get better at. He didn't quite overlap enough on that cover two. The ball up the boundary, the whole shot, and someday he's going to intercept that ball instead of having it be completed. But he's a tough kid. He threw it in there on the run 2 or 3 times and didn't turn anything down. Wasn't perfect in his tackling, but I don't think anybody was. But he's got a bright future. He's got all the tools to succeed at that position.
How much different is it to get a win going into a bye week?
Huge. You don't want to sit on a loss ever, but to sit on it for 2 weeks is double the torture. And so it's really big to be able to end that first half of the season on a positive, and get some guys healed up hopefully, and gives us momentum into the next contest.
You guys were able to go up tempo early. Do you feel like the offense is kind of at its best when it's able to do that?
I think it's good to mix it in. I don't think it's going to be a staple of ours ever, where we're up tempo constantly. But and as a defensive coordinator, I know that it's tougher when you play a team that mixes up tempos. If they always go slow or always go fast, that's the easiest guys to defend. You got those teams that mix it up are the ones that are more difficult to defend.
How does it feel to come out here and get such a dominant performance, dominant win after that loss last week to Texas Tech?
It feels great. It's just what we needed to clean our pipes out, so to speak, and that was the objective all week long, and we spent a lot of time talking about just that. Hey, we need to come back and play our kind of football and play the full 60 minutes and get back on track.
What did you think of Mono Carvalho's punt return race?
Who are you with?
I'm with Sports.
Yeah, okay. Mono return punt. You guys okay if I answer that? He's not accredited. Okay. It's not illegal? Okay. Mana, first one I thought he made a little bit of a too courageous decision. He was in traffic there and probably should have just fair caught that one. But the next one, he did a nice job of getting north and south and giving us 5, 6, 7 yards. And so Mana's got a bright future in the program, and we're going to see if he can start adding to the receiver group a little bit.
When you look at the defense, what do these next 2-ish weeks do for you to try to help with the tackling issues or different things that way?
Yeah, well, we're certainly going to work on tackling, I can tell you that. And it's a matter of coming to balance and breaking down. We're in bad body position too often, and we got to get that corrected, and we will. You're never going to be perfect in tackling. We're playing against scholarship guys, and that are really good, so they're going to make you miss on occasion. But as of late, we've just been missing too many tackles, so that will definitely be a point of emphasis.
All right, that'll wrap us up.
That'll wrap us up. Thank you.